back, everybody. It is the Working Brother back at you with another talk. This time we've got a special episode. Can you hear an echo? That's because we've got two microphones. We got this microphone and this microphone. We've got two guests. Xoaquin.
What's up? What's up?
Xoaquin Flores and Soviet Russian Bear over here.
Virtually. Hello, everyone.
We're all not in studio. I hope you guys can hear me now, but then I can hear myself.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
I can hear you, both of you. Yeah.
So, we're here to do an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about what, Xoaquin?
Tell us about what?
Well, what's the episode about?
Yuri said, let's do an episode about the 10th anniversary of the liberation of Crimea.
Crimea, yeah.
The little green men of Crimea.
Yeah.
Part of it. That was a big part of it.
Oh, yeah.
By the
Very
way,
big part
everybody
of it.
who's new, this is a comedy show. Everything here is nothing to do with reality.
Yeah, this is just nonsense. Do not. No one should be listening to this to like get anything like accurate information about the world or anything.
Yeah.
So, comedy show.
Yeah.
Recently, we had voting. Russia. Soviet Bear, you voted?
Yes, I voted, of course.
And you've got that video I think you sent of you voting. Is that you voting in that video? Let me see if we can get that up here on screen. There we go.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm about to make history. That's it. I've made history. Putin for the win. This is it.
Yeah, it's a short video, yeah.
Excellent.
Where's the ashtray? Oh, right there.
How did you find the voting? Were you scared to go vote?
No, I was actually very happy to go vote, and I was like, finally, I'm gonna vote for my candidate.
Were you like coerced into voting for Putin? Tell the truth and don't say that you weren't.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, what now when the in Russia, like where you saw it firsthand, like you saw the ballot harvesters and the armed groups that like made people go to the like swear an oath to Putin and then cast a ballot privately, right?
Yeah, sure.
You saw like people getting like hit with the back ends of guns sometimes when like there was like thousands and thousands and thousands of Navalny supporters at every voting booth, at every voting station.
Yeah.
And we saw stories that they were like in print that they were getting, you know, hit with like the back ends of guns, and dogs were like they had like dogs. Very intimidating situation, the voting in Russia, according to nonsense. But
yeah. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah.
Both of you wanted to talk about Crimea becoming part of Russia. And Yuri, you sent this video, which is becoming a part of NATO versus becoming a part of Russia.
Part of Russia,
It's gonna flag us for music. Pretty much how it goes.
Yeah.
Putin wins.
Funny.
State Department reacts. Let's watch this.
Certainly was an undemocratic process, and I think it is safe to say that there certainly won't be any congratulatory calls coming from the United States of America.
Pause it real fast. How many boxes does this guy check, like on the diversity,
Diversity quota.
Is he Latin? Is he Latino? Is he Hispanic? Or
I think he's Latino Paki.
Oh, interesting. And then is he openly gay, or is that like
I don't know who he is. I have no idea who he is, nor do I know his name. To be serious,
I don't know either. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't follow this stuff at all right now because it's written about.
Like I said, he is likely to remain
Maybe he's
the president
closeted.
of Russia, but that does not excuse him of his autocracy.
Likely to remain.
Well, yeah, sure.
He will remain the president of Russia. I think
Well, why
it's
do
fair
you
to
keep saying
say
likely?
that.
You've said it like 4 times now.
He's going to remain the president of Russia. But again, I think the bigger point here, Matt, is that, as I said, this was an incredibly undemocratic process, and certainly him being president of Russia does not excuse him of his autocracy. Coming back to you.
Well, I was late, so I don't know. Have you done other subjects? Or
No, we just walked in.
All right. I have other subjects, but since I was late, I'll let others go
Well,
first.
in the spirit of politeness and democracy.
Anything else? Okay, before we pivot away to a different topic, I will go back to the Associated Press in case, unless anybody else has elections on Russia.
He had nothing to say. That's the end of the video.
Yeah.
So the elections are
sure.
not fair and not democratic.
Yeah, just autocracy, bro.
We have a very limited supply of memes for this special episode. One of them,
Yeah.
recycled from last episode, National Meme Coordination Body. So Putin in the elections destroys Pyotr Nikotin and other people, the Russian liberals in Belgrade, lose their shit.
Yeah, they do lose their shit. Yeah.
Did you see the statistics? Statistics? That's what I wanted to say.
Oh yeah.
67%
Of what?
of Russians in Serbia voted non-Putin. Let's put it that way. Davnakov, whatever his name is.
According
Davankov.
to like an exit poll or what?
Yeah, no, I think these are Russian figures, like Russian state figures. I think I have no idea what the source is. It's a comedy show. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
No, in Serbia, right?
Yeah, in
So-
Serbia,
So
3% of Belgrade voted for Putin. 67% voted for Davankov.
Yeah.
Terrible. Catastrophic. And then people say, every time Xoaquin takes a sip of beer, he disappears. Alcohol is bad. We don't condone alcohol in this show.
Yeah. if this beer is alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
It is. It's Montenegrin, too.
Mm.
So, Crimea.
Yeah, Crimea. River.
Soviet Russian Bear. Tell us and the followers or guests or whatever you want to call them, what exactly you were doing when the little green men invaded Crimea, who were already there in Sevastopol, and just like went outside of their bases. What were you doing in your life story, and how did it affect your view?
Oh, like I was closely following the whole situation in Ukraine since the Euromaidan, since Yanukovych was ousted, and I have to tell you that once I get home from work, I checked out the internet and the latest news, and I've seen the YouTube videos of those little green men, and I've seen like furious comments of the Yuki supporters, of the of anti-Putinists, of everyone who is against Russia, saying that it's annexation, occupation, like Russia will pay for this, like sanctions and blah 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 blah. But what amazes me, even the Ukrainian supporters, they didn't put up a fight. They didn't actually fight the Russian people, the green men.
There was no fighting. Were there any shots fired?
No, I don't think they were fired. No, no shots fired.
They just walked in, took control, and that was that.
Yeah, and supposedly the Kiev regime sent the so-called trains of friendship with banderites, but they failed.
Xoaquin, you want to tell us what your take was when it was happening?
I remember the Putin send death squads to intimidate the local Ukrainians who are about 97% of Crimea, are ethnic Ukrainians. And I remember that the Putin's death squads, of course, they're already very well known, documented, basically staged a sham referendum,
At gunpoint.
like all of Putin's elections, and
There was rumors. Hold on, let me put myself back on screen. There were rumors that Xoaquin quit his comedy career, but I don't think so. I think he can't give it up.
I didn't.
You have to come closer to be
Yeah.
recognized by AI. Hold on. If I turn this camera a bit, will it recognize you more? Maybe.
I'm on the worst comedy show on YouTube, so I'm not. It's. There's no way that in the United States right now that a person can actually do anything. So it's like there's the things that people can do are things that first require that they reassess the relationship with each other, and then transcend a lot of these false political boundaries, and then only then they're going to be able to take on the problems in the power elite structure in a constructive way, and but the US, inflation is out of control, interest rates are triple what they should be. It's very bad for a lot of different, it's but even there's nothing with interest rates that can even solve anything. They totally have to restructure the debt, default on the dollar has to default is the real word, you know what I mean? And the dollar's going to default at some point in the foreseeable future. They have to. They just can't go on with this illusion. So that's where I'm trying to, figure out what is happening with the stuff with the royals right now. Did you see that stuff? Did you see that with the...
Yes.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Obama went there too. So that's really weird. If that's a real clip, if that doesn't, if that was actually, today.
Well, there were rumors that the King of England has died, but he's alive actually.
Who knows? To get this back on comedy track,
Oh yeah.
you sent this in Soviet Bear. We've got Russian memes today exclusively. Well, not
Yeah, yeah.
exclusively. There was one Serbian one. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm actually muted, so you're picking me up on Hawkins' mic. Maybe we'll do this from the future. Or in the future. Anyway. I unmuted myself now, and now you can hear me on my mic.
Yeah.
So, Blitzkrieg versus Cringekrieg.
Yeah.
Bodanov, what is cringe? What's been going on?
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about the front lines and how the Russians are losing forward? That's always a good topic.
Oh yeah, Russians are advancing backwards and Ukrainians are retreating forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the totally successful Budanov's provocation in Belgorod, like it was a great success.
Yes, they liberated the numerous
Belgorod,
like, outskirts and stuff, and they inspired thousands to join their movement.
The neo-Vlasovites. Oh, I mean the
true Russians, They're gonna evict the Mongol horde from Moscow.
Oh yeah.
It's the Mongol horde is just like the forward army of the Chinese.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a soldier of the horde, bro.
I know,
for
dude,
the horde.
Dude, we were analyzing your phrenology, and we're like, this guy's actually Asiatic, huh, fool? Like, it's just, if you strip away the blonde hair, you strip away the blonde hair and the blue eyes, he's actually looks just like XJP as a young guy. You see, I'm not lying. So this is don't be fooled, bro.
Not as much as you look African.
Like an albanese. No, I think he looks more. Yes. No, but that's the whole. I don't really think that. That's the whole fucking thing in the whole like. Who was that trench tranny that got in trouble talking to Poroshenko? Oh, I can't say that. Oh, my bad. Sorry, your producer told me. Okay, can she bring me a coffee, dude? Anyway, but
there's no producer. There's also no coffee girl. Like Xoaquin is living in a dream. This is a one-man show. I might make him a coffee later, but I doubt it. Also, on that note,
hot coffee girl.
Anyway, so he's lying, but
you can buy me coffee. Remember,
if you knew what you're paying for with that, man.
Buy Working Brother coffee, lightly. Please. Come on, people. Yeah.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. Seriously, everybody who supports the show, thank you. All the new patrons, thank you. By the way, check out that preview of the show I did with Xoaquin. Oh, let me see if I have that tab open. I do, but it's in the wrong window. Let's put it there, and then let's do this. And this is a preview.
Oh yeah. Hit this Patreon up.
Hold on. Can we get audio on this? Reload. Preview.
Shit going on. What would you guess?
Well, I don't want to guess, but if I was there, if I was in charge of some ship, what I would do if drones attacked the ship. If I was in charge of some ship that got attacked and got hit, I don't think other than I doubt that there is a doctrine or that there's awareness of the possibility of this amongst the regular navy in the Russian Black Sea Fleet or in any navy nowadays. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a drill for an all hands on deck, every single long gun that you have, including your pistol. If you haven't got a rifle, start shooting at whatever's on the water. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's a drill like that's been practiced enough times in the Russian Navy. And more than that, I don't think there's any kind of procedure of we're getting attacked by drones, we should do X, Y, and Z, or we should turn on this, or and on top of that, I think there's definitely a lacking in mechanical or physical defense that could be, used. At the end of the day, just to make an inflatable skin that goes around the whole ship that's 3 or 5 meters wide, that's gonna slow down any contact drone that's coming on the surface.
Like putting
you know what I mean?
like a big inflatable like tube or something around the boat. or something
Basically,
like that?
like a raft. All right, that's enough for that.
Oh yeah.
We okay. We got some.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. We're back. What do you think of that, Subby Bear? What would you do if you were captain of a ship being attacked by drones?
Well, I would order to resist to the last bullet and use all weapons.
But how? You know what I mean?
Well, the crews have AKs and maybe some machine guns, and I don't know. When Vasily Kotov, the ship Vasily Kotov was attacked, she was like attacked from different sides, and some drones were taken out by her crew members with AKs or machine guns.
All right. This is supposed to be a comedy show.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago. Remember 10 years ago? This is like the 10-year anniversary show of Crimea, right? This is what we're talking about.
So 10 years ago.
So 10 years ago, if you actually look at what was going on with like the civil war in the Donbass, during the time of the civil war in the Donbass, like the European leaders never once called for Russia to leave Crimea. Maybe they did a few times at the beginning, I don't know, but overall the message throughout that time was they never got into Crimea. It was pretty much given like that Crimea was like granted to be Russians, and it seemed like almost any day now for some time that they were going to actually recognize Crimea as part of Russia. That's how it kind of seemed, almost, you know. But it definitely wasn't this crazy talk about taking Crimea. Like that's like a crazy thing that came up in this war.
I just want to apologize for everybody who's might be hearing an echo in the final recording. We're playing around with 2 microphones here for the first time, so we'll see how that goes. And as far as taking Crimea, should I play some B-roll of Little Green Men, or should I put up a meme? I came across a meme as well. Hold on. Let me find that meme.
And
Your little green man, my little green man.
Guys, I actually heard the news that after that the Russian ships like Black Sea Fleet ships will be equipped with protection against drones. What kind of protection, I don't know yet.
There's all kinds of protection. If they're mean like surface drones, then they're talking about like, you know, possibly electronic warfare too.
Russia would need to like develop like some kind of information position on its production of naval stuff as a general rule, because I think that like the overall like the general information point being made in a lot of Western media is that like Russia has a lot of insecurity in the Black Sea from a naval perspective.
Well, as far as I know, what I can say, the crews of the ships of Black Sea Fleet will be equipped with a large caliber rifles and a larger caliber machine guns to fight the remote control like drones, the sea drones.
Yeah, that's a good start. Giving them larger calibers is definitely a good start.
Yeah.
Little Green Men. Wikipedia, everybody's favorite misinformation. Is it misinformation or disinformation, Xoaquin?
What?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia? Both.
Both, yeah. Especially if you know that the Russian segment of Wikipedia is being edited from Ukraine and America.
Yeah, I think we knew that.
when I opened up the Russian language pages on Wikipedia about the special military operation, like it seems to me that did actually a Russian person? No, it was probably written and edited by a Ukrainian, like Russian speaking person, or a Russian from America, but not a Russian by a Russian from Russia. And if you try to edit it, you will get banned. I've tried.
You said this as well. What's this?
Some guy voted for Putin and wrote for the emperor. Yeah, it's not me. It's just because I showed my vote. I didn't bring. I just voted for Putin and said, "Yeah, I'm making history." And you look at me. I'm so shameless. I just go out and vote for the evil Vlad. You know.
The evil Vlad. Hold on, we have some videos. I think they might be next. Yeah, so this is stuff that was happening at polling stations. I actually haven't seen these videos.
Oh yeah, she tried to like pour some brilliant green in the ballot box.
Oh, like that antiseptic stuff?
Yeah, brilliant green, yeah.
She should get herself off of the Soylent Green.
So was she ideological, or was she? What's the case? Did they figure it out with her, or was she coerced, like blackmailed?
I don't know. Oh man, the bottle of water! Put out the fire! Put out the fire!
Like, did any officials release any statements saying like what the motives of the people doing it were, like specifically in terms of the?
Some were coerced through fraud, credit fraud. Some people were like Navalny supporters and the whole supporters.
That Nikitin guy, is he a Navalny?
I have a question.
Go on.
Okay, so are Russians collectively responsible for, like, are all Russians collectively responsible for the war crimes in Ukraine? Right? And Putin did win the election? Or is Ukraine committing war crimes when it hits Russia, because most people are not Putin supporters and the election was a fraud?
Well,
no, I'm just kidding. No. But that's how the fucking media shit in the West is spinning. They're trying to say two things right now. They're trying to say, one, that the election was not legitimate, that Putin isn't really supported, but actually that the vast majority of Russians support his policies. And
and they tried to attack Belgorod, but in fact that only increased the voter turnout in the Belgorod region. More and more people went out there and voted. The turnout in Belgorod, I believe, was like over 80%.
Thank you.
The turnout in my region, not Belgorod, was also about 80%.
That's very, very dictatorial.
Tambov is like one of the highest turnout.
Xoaquin, anything to say?
Well, I think real question is did the Russians, I mean, when they were harvesting the ballots, right, and like forcing people in lines to vote for Putin, right, do you think that when the Free Russian Army finally liberates Moscow, and that, do you think then that Sean Penn will regret his shunning of Zelensky for the past year?
Oh, bro, I actually have double checked, and the voter turnout in my region is 87%. Wow.
Footage credit goes to AP.
Okay, AP.
Assholes, Peter.
So, Putin. No surprise there. Thank God. It's good that he won, I think.
Yeah, and guys, what do you think about the voter turnout in my region? 87%.
I think that Putin must have taken from Democrat tactics in the U.S. and harvested votes, probably. And then, because I'm trying to understand how, like, there's only two possibilities, right? Like, either you've had someone be elected consistently for the past 20-something years, 25, 24 years, what, how many? Something like this. Like, either that, and that the policies are popular, or it's an elaborate 24, 26, whatever year long election hoax. So, because I read the New York Times and the Washington Post, I think that probably it's been an election hoax for the past quarter of a century, and not this, you know, because look at Russia and look at America. Like, obviously America's right, dude. I mean, that's the better standard of living. People are flourishing. Laws make sense. There's no corruption. We have rule of law. There's no craziness coming from the Supreme Court. There's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pure democracy. That's all I can say.
No, and that's what's missing in Russia. So I think any day probably the Kremlin will have to abdicate, and then that's his name, right? Kremlin. Well,
The Kremlin.
The Kremlin.
That's the title, though, right?
First name is the
Putin. The Kremlin will have to abdicate at that time. Mordor will be defeated, and
Soviet Russian Bear, tell us, were you pressured into voting? Did you feel like you had to vote?
Absolutely, yeah. I was so pressured, bro. Yeah.
Do you think it was more like your family pressuring you, or like did they pressure your work?
good question.
Because like you know, here they say that like, you know, people get bussed from work to go vote.
Oh yeah, totally. Like both, like from family, from my work. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you don't go vote, we will not gonna like give you bonus.
What can I say? Let's bring this discussion back on track a bit with help from MSNBC's Rachel Maddow. I think this is the Rachel Maddow show. MSNBC from 2 years ago. Lessons of Lessons of Little Green Men prompts U.S. strategy of radical transparency on Russia. Let's see what this has to say.
The autocratic pro-Russian ruler of Ukraine had just fled the country after being forced out of office by pro-democracy street protests. And in that confusing aftermath, soldiers began appearing in the southern Ukrainian province of Crimea. The soldiers had no identifying insignia. They wore plain green uniforms, and they came to be known as the Little Green Men. Some of them stormed Crimea's regional parliament. They barricaded themselves inside, and they raised the Russian flag over the building. The next day, more of these green uniformed men seized airports in Crimea. Within a couple of weeks, the whole of Crimea was under the control of these Little Green Men. They were clearly pro-Russian. They spoke Russian, and they were heavily armed with Russian weapons. But Russian President Vladimir Putin insisted they were not Russian troops. He said they were local self-defense forces acting on their own. Hey, he couldn't help it if the people of Crimea liked Russia more than they liked the new pro-Western government in Ukraine. The confusion led to headlines like this one from the BBC. Russians, in quotation mark, occupy Crimea airports. So it was clear to everyone on the ground in Crimea that these were Russian soldiers in disguise. But the entire Russian government is denying from top to bottom that they were Russian soldiers.
Should we stop her there, or should we keep going?
It's brilliant.
Actually, yeah, there were no like Russian soldiers. These are like local self-defense with machine guns and assault rifles and RPGs. Just, I don't know, people love guns, I guess. They're all gun enthusiasts. Yeah.
Little green men. Hey, do you think little green men will appear in Odessa?
Could be. If they don't get burned,
they're talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna do like a burn Odessa move.
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know.
I'm missing out. What do you mean burn Odessa?
You didn't hear about that? Tell him.
You guys want to clue me in?
Yeah, tell him.
Oh wait.
Oh.
You mean like burn Odessa before, or like burn Odessa now?
Burn Odessa before.
Oh, okay, yeah, that I heard about. But for people who have not heard about that, why don't you, Soviet Bear, tell us?
Well, it was totally Russian provocation. Those pro-Russian separatists actually burned themselves. Ukraine has nothing to do with it. It's just like people jumped, pro-Russian separatists, they jumped out of the window and they set themselves on fire. Yeah, totally.
The trade union house, that's what you said. Sorry, we were on mute, or you were on mute.
Yeah, the trade union house.
Yeah. You know, it's just people burned themselves up and people were jumping out of the windows.
Because they were not Russian, right? Because if you jump, you're not Russian. I don't have that meme. Did you see that meme of that one guy? Did you see the meme of the one guy with without the two legs and the one hand? And he's just got the one hand and he's raising it to the sun. And he's recruiting. Tragic, man. It's like unbelievable. Stop it! You're not a smoker.
They're working out. I don't drink either, but I had a beer or 2 or 4, and that's the thing. I smoke occasionally, and I don't own packs of cigarettes because other people smoke.
Oh, so
yeah, I'm not married. No comment.
I mean, I smoke like 5 cigarettes sometimes in half a year, sometimes maybe 3 cigarettes in a month, but it's very, very rare on the scheme of things when I smoke a cigarette. But I enjoy them when I smoke. I don't understand why the world is either people who like smoke
nervously looking out through their
all the time, you know, and people who never smoke. Like am I like in a? There's got to be a lot of people like me. I don't understand why people always say, "Are you smoker, non-smoker?" As if you could just smoke occasionally. And
so it's like autism. You're on the spectrum of smoking.
Well, compared to never smoke at all, I'm on the spectrum. I'm on the smoker spectrum. But I mean, like once a month or once in a couple weeks or something.
Footage in the background. Thanks.
I also don't drink that often either. So it's like, but when I do have a beer, I want to like smoke cigarettes. You know.
Okay. I'm gonna get flagged for for promoting cigarettes now. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. In any case, Soviet Bear is definitely gonna lose his shit. But the point is, oh no, we've got Euronews here playing in the background. Russia tightens grip on Crimea. Should we put the audio
They
on?
are under siege from unidentified forces, surrounded by hundreds of men with trucks bearing Russian number plates, and well equipped with military small arms and heavier weapons. Not a shot has been fired as of now.
Your news? You want me to go back to show that they're Chinese?
Through their bases perimeter wire, Ukrainian troops stationed in Privolnoye in Crimea are under siege from unidentified forces.
Yep, he's definitely North Korean. It's Kim Jong-un's troops from back then.
Oh, maybe he's Yakult.
You know, I think it's important to note, considering we're talking about Crimea. Let me see if I can get myself on screen here. There we go. So yeah, I think it's important to note, considering we're talking about Crimea, that the base in Sevastopol was being rented by the Russians for like 100-year lease or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, and they were like legally there, and it's not like they occupied anything. They were there in the first place. They were there since the like British, Russian-Turkish War, also known as the Crimean War. I believe that it's since there that they're there, and they didn't occupy anything. They just like left their bases.
Yeah.
Well, they like went outside. Know what I mean?
Yeah, to have some fun.
Right?
Yeah, to chill, to
How
have
long
some.
has Crimea been part of?
How long has Crimea been part of Russia, Yuri?
Oh, like about 150 years. Oh no!
Follow up?
Sorry.
No, I mean that's like a good amount of time, and
it's
then
like 250 years.
yeah, that seemed I didn't want to say anything because it seemed like not like 150 years ago. It was only the 19th century.
250 years.
Yeah.
Can we do another comedy segment of newsreel from the time?
You just flunked them on a basic history exam, and wow, no.
CBS.
I get Biden syndrome often. It's like it's like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning for him there.
You're giving away the fact that we record at night.
The Russian forces are consolidating their grip with the support of a largely friendly local population. Elizabeth Palmer is in.
Largely friendly local population.
No, they mean friendly to the U.S., friendly to
the Crimean capital of Simferopol.
Oh yeah.
As many as 20,000 Russian soldiers have been on the move across Crimea in the past 24 hours.
Those are the death squads.
And they've taken over without firing a shot. Though there are small pockets of resistance, like those two bases where the Ukrainian soldiers still loyal to the government in Kiev have barricaded themselves in. But many Ukrainian security forces have switched sides, including the head of the Navy here, Denis Berezovsky, who was only appointed by Kiev yesterday.
Also Chinese.
And today he announced, in essence, he would join the Russians. Also on the Russian flag on their...
I think this is enough. Yuri?
Yeah.
Anything that you want to say, considering you're the one that needs to sign off?
Oh yeah, I want to say something. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Keep calm and wait for Russians, because we will come. And Putin says Russia's borders don't end anywhere.
Keep calm, wait for Russians. We've got that
and
graphic up here.
Russia's borders don't end anywhere.
They end at Serbia, and Kosovo is Serbia, just for the record.
Oh, yeah, sure. And Putin for the win. He won, and the regime change dreams have been squashed.
The final meme of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Xoaquin, anything you want to say?
Yeah, it combines the several elements of necessary memes. It wasn't instant lols for me, but
yeah,
it works. Like it, history will collect these within the memes for sure.
All right, I think we've gone. What's up here?
You didn't show the meme like where Tucker Carlson sits in a room with Xi Jinping, and Tucker asks Xi, what do you think of Taiwan? And he says, well, in 3000 BC, and Tucker is, fuck, not this again.
I thought that was a good one, yeah. Go back to the one that we just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the desperation in the NPC Ukrainian with like the headgear thing is hilarious. That's great. And there's no reason that this is like, could be so many different types of Ukrainian soldiers that it could be, you know. And then Giga Chad is like, definitely, I would say this meme is almost like the Keep Calm one, almost like vintage from the time. Almost. When did Giga Chad come out?
Oh man, now you're like provoking me.
Giga Chat, like 2, maybe 3 years ago.
No, it's got to be like.
It's as old as time.
Got to be like.
I'm looking for the meme. Hold on. I'm looking for the meme.
When was the Keep Calm fad?
The Keep Calm fad?
Like it was like that when people were making like even T-shirts like that with the Keep Calm thing on it.
This is how old the meme is. It's the beginning of recorded civilization. The Chad meme.
Oh, that Chad.
Oh,
well,
yes,
meme. But hold on. Did you know the Drago, what's his name? Gabriel Princip?
Oh, yeah.
Caused hentai?
Oh.
Because Gabriel Princip shoots Franz Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand, yeah.
Then now everyone starts declaring war on everyone. World War I, World War II, nuking Japan, and then you get hentai. It's simple.
Right, that's a very good one. That's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Soviet Russian bear?
Yeah.
That one's brilliant. That was a brilliant meme. I'm like still like mind blown by that one.
Yeah.
That's some butterfly wing shit right there.
I want to find that other meme, but I can't. Did I have that with Matt? I think I had that with Matt. There we go. I found it.
What did you find?
I found the original and the meme. I also have the video, if we go through it. This is the original photo.
Oh, yeah. A challenge for the challenger.
Yeah, the challenger's challenge. And this is my meme. Xoaquin is the meme expert.
This is I love this one.
Yeah.
Like I like because it's like the whole family collage of like various memes. This is like a very, you know, yeah. This is like everyone. I like always to see the Russia Lost simulator. But yeah, you got your Lukashenko. You've got that's crazy.
Everybody's there.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's all,
even the Germans.
Yeah, right. And then this is like the Ukrainian guy there. It's Xoaquin, and then
Zelensky.
Right, but is it the guy who plays Zelensky? Is it the comedian? Anyway, and then Putin.
Oh yeah. By the way, speaking of the Germans, how is our Austrian friend Markus Reisner?
Man, Marcus Reisner.
Oh no,
that guy's a walking meme.
He's our Austrian friend Markus Reisner. Yeah, natürlich.
He's a crazy. He's a troll. He's a troll, man. That's crazy, actually, if you think about this guy as an adult. He goes to insult Serbs. That's all he does is go around. He travels like parts of the Balkans where the CIA has created a proliferation of anti-Serbianism, and then he like trolls. Right? He goes from location to location, or he just tweets all the time about how NATO should have bombed Serbia harder, or how NATO's going to bomb Serbia again. And he's actually like, pretty unstable. Think about it.
Oh, he is.
He's trolling to get injured, but Serbs are like the most chill people in the world until the very final moment. but they're not going to be trolled into violence by him. You know what I mean? Like you can't troll Serbs into something like this.
Yeah, and the working brother is the proof that Serbs are the most chill people ever.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Let's look at some of these more polling videos that you sent along. People wanted longer format, so there you go. It's 50 minutes now. They didn't like the short format videos. Now we're having a chat. Look, we got even a special guest live in studio. There's no studio. Stop lying to people. Get us the coffee, though.
He's like trying to pretend this is
coffee girl. Is the
I don't know what I would do if I went voting.
Really?
If I went voting and this happened. Oh, Times Square. 10 years ago.
Yeah. 10 years of crazy.
Oh, and we're back here. Hold on. Let's see if I can find this. This is the video of the meme. The Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Exclusive. Let's watch the reaction.
What the fuck, dude? Who was the driver of the tank? Even if it was Mikola driving a tractor before, he would have known that even the tractor cannot go through such mud.
Oh, this was great. This was so funny when I saw it. I wondered, the funny thing is when I was watching this, I wondered like, is he unabashed about his lying? Like, I'm really trying to understand.
Yeah, it's good that wasn't the microphone. In any case, you were trying to understand what?
Is he conscious of his lying, or is he blind to it, or is he ignorant of it, or is he smart? Is he dumb? I can't tell from anything.
Bro, who was the driver on the tank?
Why did he drive into the mud like this when they knew that they were like having BBC or Telegraph or whoever like travel the sun? Why would they go into such a stupid place if they knew they were doing, you know what I mean?
There's two views, and I don't know. If you look at the video at one point, you can see these masked guys who take over, and the censored guys. Like, the censorship is not for me. The censorship is obviously what's it called? The Sun, protecting most probably British special ops guys who are there. And if Drago was here, I'm pretty sure Drago would tell you that, like, this is them driving it into the mud on purpose to make it look shit, to pull it out so that it doesn't get destroyed as often, just like the Americans did, basically, with their tank, because, like, you know, they get plunked, and the international sales are gonna, like, plummet, basically. So it could be, like, staged on purpose to make it look bad, so that, you know, oh, they failed, so they're no good, so we'll stop sending them, you know?
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
In the weird, upside down, crazy world.
No, that makes perfect sense.
For a tank, Challenger 2, for a tank that weighs 60 tons, it has a surprisingly weak engine.
Yeah.
For a tank that weighs that much, like 60 tons, it has like 1200 horsepower engine. What the fuck? This is
their cars.
This is enough.
1,200, yeah, 1,200 horsepower. There's cars with more horsepower. But the point is, here you can see these guys on top of the.
How much does it weigh?
Like about 60 tons.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like 20 tons with full gear, more than the Russian tanks.
Oh, that's crazy. Like, you could get easily, like, even on older American cars, you could get like 500-600 horsepower out of a 450 Chevy block or something. maybe even 396 bored out
Yes.
to, you know, it's crazy.
You're aging yourself. Listen, watch the video. Pay attention here. You see the black guy with the what's it called, balaclava, that's driving?
Oh, is he black? He's black. He's
no,
really
I
black.
meant like black mask balaclava thing. But the point is, he must be the guy who's supposed to get it out. You know what I mean? And even he's struggling. See, this is the Ukrainian that's been trained, and then here you have a switch of driver, and you've got the other guy inside the tank.
Who is the driver? Even if it was like Mikola from a village who drove a tractor, who has been driving a tractor, he wouldn't go in such mud. He wouldn't have gone there.
Yeah, they should know.
Yeah, they should know better. Yeah.
Xoaquin, anything to say?
I'm curious, like if with Odessa, if like he thinks that the Russians would want to like conduct a naval operation, or how that fits into securing the city of Kherson, and if they would have to take Mykolaiv, or right?
Well, Odessa has to be secured because Transnistria, and we need to isolate the Kiev regime from the sea. How exactly is this gonna be happening? I don't know, but I know for sure that Odessa needs to be secured. Without Odessa, the Kiev regime becomes absolutely landlocked.
But what about Mykolaiv?
Oh yeah, but the thing is that Nikolaev is not exactly at the sea coast, at the Black Sea coast. It's like a little bit inland. It's like the river, the Bug River.
Why is he calling it by the Imperial Russian name? Oh, because they're gonna kill him if he calls it Mykolaiv.
Oh, I just realized you're saying Mykolaiv in the Ukrainian. That's hilarious. This is a comedy show, everybody, in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Yuri, you look like you're about to fall asleep.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, I'm just...
You've got to wake up early, and tomorrow is a working day, and it's already tomorrow where you are.
Yeah.
Yuri, thank you for doing this special with us.
Oh yeah, thank you guys for having me.
To the audience who's stuck...
Thanks for having me too.
Yeah, I was going to get to you, but I was going to do the audience first.
Okay.
The audience who stuck around through the audio and technical difficulties, thank you for sticking around. Xoaquin, thank you for calling me and suggesting this whole fiasco or comedy ensemble.
Yeah, and I remind the audience that this is actually a comedy show, so don't take everything that we said seriously. It's just a comedy show, just humor. Like sometimes maybe it's a dark humor, but still it's a comedy show. So actually everything said is just for comedic relief, for comedic purposes.
That's the Putin, the death squads made him say that part, because if he doesn't say that, they're going to get him. So.
And I think it's your tattoos that are scaring him. I'm going to call it a show here. We've already officially gone too far. Everyone, thank you for sticking around. Xoaquin, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Soviet Russian Bear, thank you too. Xoaquin, anything you want to say?
Thanks for having me on the show.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Where is everybody? There's everybody. Thank you and goodbye.